Like and subscribe as we get stuck into this one. Raw kicks off with Rhea Ripley, DOMINIK MYSTERIO and JD MCDONAGH coming to the ring for a promo. Rhea says JD and Dom will win their respective matches tonight against Seth Rollins and Ricochet. JD MCDONAGH beating world champion Seth Rollins a week before a pay-per-view? As if, Rhea, you liar. Rhea also says Seth and Drew have a decision to make and whoever cuts a deal with the Judgement Day will leave Crown Jewel as world champion. She gets interrupted by SAMI ZAYN, who passionately says he's sick of hearing Judgement Day talk about power and he will always fight to resist them. Rhea challenges SAMI ZAYN to a match with Damian tonight. SAMI accepts, but Dom wants to teach him a lesson now. Judgement Day go to attack SAMI, but he gets saved by Ricochet, who initially sends Judgement Day on the retreat. JD MCDONAGH tries to Pearl Harbor Ricochet, but he avoids it, as does Dom, but he gets faked out and drops to the canvas. There's trick-or-treating children outside as I try and record this, and it just makes you realise how annoying children are. I just wish they would go away. Grow up in your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles costume, kid. Anyway, opening match sees Ricochet versus Dirty Dom, as was mentioned in the opening promo. Rhea distracts the ref as JD distracts Ricochet, allowing Dom to get the roll-up win by grabbing the ropes. Judgement Day celebrate, but JD gets super kicked and Dom gets hit with a recoil. Ricochet is not happy. He goes for a top rope move to Dom, but Rhea pulls him out of the ring as Judgement Day retreat with the W. Alpha Academy face the Creed brothers next. Always good to have new faces on Raw, and I've heard these lads are the real deal. Julius Creed gets Otis up on his shoulders as Brutus hits the Brutus bomb to win a great match. A showcase debut for the Creeds instantly made me a fan. Backstage, Judgement Day are visited by New Day. They're trick-or-treating dressed as Dom and Priest in a funny moment. The rest of the Judgement Day arrive as New Day leave and they get down to business. Dom says Ricochet needs to pay for what he did after the match. Priest is annoyed that Rhea made a match between him and SAMI when Priest wanted to focus on Cody Rhodes on Saturday and then maybe cashing in his briefcase. His main issue is Rhea making decisions for Judgement Day when they said there's no leader. They seem to patch things up as the segment ends with a rallying cry from the lads. The Miz hosts Miz TV. His guest is Intercontinental Champion Gunther. Miz introduces Gunther, but he doesn't come out. Instead, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci arrive. They say Gunther isn't just going to waltz to the ring because Miz said so, and Miz is what's wrong with the WWE fans, as he is a clown. Miz fires back saying at least he's never been another man's sidekick and that Vinci must be the third wheel. Vinci breaks his sponsored silence to say Miz was his wife's sidekick on Total Divas. Miz says Vinci wishes he was Maurice's sidekick. I'll second that. Nothing to be ashamed of. Miz is shocked that Vinci can talk, but Vinci says he will talk when he wants to. Kaiser says Vinci talks when he and Gunther tell him to. Gunther has heard enough and comes out to the show. Gunther says he's not Miz's guest and Miz is beneath him. Miz says he interviewed an invisible John Cena who was more entertaining than Gunther. Boom! Roasted! Is Miz turning face here or am I crazy? Miz said he made the IC Championship the most prestigious title in WWE and he could easily do it again. The Imperium lads crash the set like bullies, but Miz fights them off before being laid out by Gunther. Miz snaps and attacks Gunther, but the Imperium lads get back in to restrain Miz as Gunther drops him with a big boot. Miz leaves as DIY make their entrance for their match with Imperium. DIY hit what Michael Cole called meet in the middle, and that gets them the win. They need a proper name for their finisher, but other than that, it was good. Kaiser looks down disgusted at Vinci for losing as further drama is teased. Backstage, Jey Uso wishes SAMI ZAYN luck in his match with Damian Priest as they get interrupted by jumping Jackie Redmond. She wants to interview Jey about Judgement Day, so SAMI leaves. Jey says Cody and SAMI will handle business, then he and Cody can focus on getting the tag titles back again. Seth Rollins takes on JD MCDONAGH, but first Seth has an in-ring promo where he says Drew is a big crying baby for moaning that he didn't win the WWE Championship in front of fans. Seth uses COVID and the fact that a lot of people died to point score against Drew and say that's real pain, losing someone because of COVID, not losing a fake match for a fake championship. That's not verbatim, but that was the gist of what Seth said, I swear to God. McDonough jumps Seth as we get into their match. Damian Priest comes down with a referee teasing a Money in the Bank cash-in. At first I thought, what was the point in coming down with a referee? There's already one in the ring, but then I realised it was to make his intentions clear to the live audience. If Priest had just walked down, they'd have thought he was just trying to interfere, but bringing the ref made it clearer. Seth gets the pedigree and follows it up with a stomp for the win. Backstage, Becky Lynch cuts a passionate promo about losing the NXT Women's Championship. She says she won't stay down and that she can be proud because she defended the title more times in 42 days than Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns have this year. Tell her when she's telling lies. Xia Li interrupts, seems like she never cared about the title, she just doesn't like Becky. Xia threatens Becky as usual, but when Becky offers her a scrap, she runs away. She's like a football casual, false hard man. Up next is the trick or treat fight as Natalya dressed as a leather bunny against Chelsea Green dressed as Bret Hart with Piper Niven dressed as Jim Neidhart. Fair play to the tag champs for going all in with the costumes. Piper stuck on chest hair for crying out loud. Chelsea tries to put Natty through a table but misses and goes through it herself. Chelsea lifts a pumpkin off a table to reveal Nikki Cross just sat in a table. That's weird. Chelsea gets the unprettier to win. It's the same seasonal bollocks we get every year. If you've seen one of these, you've seen them all. In your main event, Damian Priest takes on SAMI ZAYN. Dirty Dom and Finn Balor run down to ringside as a distraction distraction, it allows Priest to hit the Reckoning, named after everyone's favourite Retribution member. The move is a crossroads, and it's pointed out that Priest hasn't done it in a while, so he's clearly sending a message to Cody Rhodes. Sami completely no-sells it though and counters Priest's next move, which if I'm nitpicking, really annoyed me. Jey Uso comes down to take out the Judgment Day lads. First Dom, then Finn, as he gets in the ring and hooks Priest for the DQ. Judgment Day attack both men, but they get saved by Cody Rhodes as a 3-on-3 brawl kicks off. Jey and Sami hit dives to the outside onto Finn and Dom. Cody sends Priest into the ring post. Cody looks to put Priest through the announce table, but JD MCDONAGH grabs his leg and sends him to safety over the barricade. Sami Haluva kicks JD and feeds him to Cody as Cody hits crossroads on the table, and a second one for good measure. Cody takes to the mic to say Priest is nowhere near the leader of Judgment Day. Hell, even Dom is above him. Cody says his story is back on track. He's the guy who gets knocked down but gets back up. On Saturday at Crown Jewel, his story runs through Damian Priest as the show goes off the air.